there's a siren in the background. That's your confirmation that this message is for you if it resonates. But message for you is new problems need new solutions. The definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again, expect a different outcome. Well, hey, also, we got to kind of expect new solutions to new things in our life. We can't apply, I mean, sometimes there is a super glue of sorts that we can apply, to a lot of things, but life isn't always as simple as the physical realm. Because the physical realm, I mean, we really do bring duct tape and handle a lot of things, but whatever you are doing, it takes new learning, specifically around letting yourself understand how the mechanics of it work. Think of the mechanics of a car or the mechanics of a computer. Maybe you're getting into something very technological, very technical, okay? And I think that there's a lot to embrace and experience when you get into that. It even could be medical, honestly. So some of you may be really wanting to double down on your health or double down on your wealth. Probably maybe even both if you're here right now. And so when you are pushed into those directions, Spirit wants you to know that, let me give you a very simple solution right now. Keep your mind open. Because the number one thing that happens to stagnant people is they don't try new things. They say, oh, well, I don't understand that, and I am scared of that, so I'm not going to learn about it. But here's the idea, including majority of the things that we as a society integrate in on a day-to-day basis. We have to have an open mind in order to evolve with the world. And only because it's just incredibly unlikely for us to get rid of things like phones is a good example. I'm sure that the generations before, phones came in were a little bit like, you know what, no, I'm not even gonna get one. And some people still don't have one, but here's the idea. People can make full-time incomes off of it, find their fucking community off of it, get safety and therapy, and so many great resources are found with phones, my friend, phones. And so if that's the case with that and people were hesitant to that, I need you to kind of keep your mind open now that it's going to be the same process probably forever. Is that new technologies of sorts are something that we have to integrate in and give ourselves grace for not understanding it. So having that said, if you're somebody who's like, well, I try to stay away from anything I don't understand, Spirit does not want you to feel like that, because it's a burden. It's a burden to be fearful. It's a burden to judge something because it's not what you've known. That's a burden, and we don't want you to feel that burden, specifically around thinking that it's a lack of trust. Well, it comes from a lack of trust, like not being able to, and it usually is valid. It's usually valid, like, oh, well, this industry or this thing didn't serve me in the past. Why would I trust a different one like that now? Well, it's maybe get to know the people in it better. Maybe get to know on a personal level instead of looking at it from the big picture and actually get into it. Because if you're, for example, if you're working with a health professional on something you want to get worked up on, and you're like, oh, well, I don't know for sure if this is for, get to know the damn doctor. Stop looking at it from the big old damn picture for once and look at in the doctor's eyes. Can you trust them? Because maybe if you anchor into that a little bit deeper, you're going to feel a little bit better. So having all this said, I want to come back to center here and say that everyone's experience is valid, everyone's feelings are valid here, but simultaneously, sometimes depending on genetics, depending on situations, we do have to try new things. A small thing I can think of is just like upgrading, like getting more technology in your home, because you grew a business and you need that extra help. Getting new employees for your business, trying to do it on your own versus having employees, and knowing that that's going to be more complicated, yes, but it's also going to be better for you in the long run, because you'll never be able to build what you want to build without, and by that I mean you'll never actually meet your potential unless you allow some help, because we're not meant to do everything alone. We're not meant to build villages alone. It's literally impossible. It goes against the very nature of it. We're not meant to figure out our health completely on our own. We have to do research from books and look at experiences in other people, research from scientific studies to see how herbs affect the body. We're not meant to do it all on our own. So if you're going to sit here and you're going to read research studies on herbs and what they do to the body and then say you're doing it on your own, you're not. So just look at yourself a little bit more and be like, oh, well, how much am I actually intertwined? Who made the paper that I painted on? Who made the tarot deck that I did? And what did that person go through to even be able to make the tarot deck? Who made this remote? Who made the light? Who made the phone stand? Who made the phone? Do you understand? It's impossible to do this shit alone. And you're already right now, just by being on your phone or whatever device you're watching this on, more than likely a phone, you're already intertwined. You're already intertwined with so many people. I mean, I would even go into the thousands of people that go behind even TikTok and phone and whatever kind of phone. If it's an iPhone, God, the amount of workers behind that business, come on now. Center yourself a little bit more on the fact that it's impossible to do it alone, and you'll feel more trust. You feel more trust because even though none of these things are perfect, you do enjoy them most of the time. You do get up and want to pick up your phone most of the time. And so if you get to do that, and you do that with yourself, and you have that trust innately, oh, this is going to do the same thing again. Maybe there can be trust in other areas of your life, and scientific studies, in your doctor, or in just even in yourself. Damn it, because having more trust in yourself and whatever decisions that you're making moving forward is going to be essential. You can't build a village if you can't trust the village. And how are you going to trust a village unless you learn how to start trusting people? And more than anything, trusting yourself. And how are you going to learn how to trust yourself unless you put yourself in situations where you have to trust yourself? And so that's what the High Priestess all talks about. And that was the main card of the reading I just did. So check that one out on my page if you want to. This is definitely related to that energy of you need to trust that even if you don't know what the fuck is going on, that's okay too. And that no one's judging you as much as you are judging you for not understanding. And maybe, just maybe, you do get to try to understand what you want to understand, and you can actually delegate it and not have to try to understand everything. There are things in this world. I think there's a lot of things in this world we do need to try to understand more. You know, I would say our health and our wealth is a big thing, right? But do we need to try to understand every single in and out of it like we're going to medical school for 10 years? I don't think so. Do we need to try to understand the ins and outs of everything? No, I don't think so. Because I think that we would waste our time whenever there is literally somebody who did that for you. Somebody who wanted to be of service for you. Somebody who actually paid the, hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to medical school for you. It does take some time to find the people who actually give a fuck. It does take time, but you can't give up. That's not fair. That's not fair because that person's waiting for you. That person is waiting to help you. And so whatever counselor, therapist, doctor, nutritionist, professional, lawyer, teacher, professor, even mother, father, damn it, I don't know. Whatever authority figure that you are being called to depend on right now in your life is there for you, please, for the love of God, maybe give them a chance for once. If you're having a problem with authority, this probably has a lot to do with it. And that brings me to the next point. Now I'm going to make a video about that. So check out my page. All right, I love you. You got this. Keep going.